When you create a show based on one of the most popular karate movies of the early 80s, then you're bound to have a series that includes some crazy fight scenes. In this list, we have everything from knocking cigars off a person's face to spin kicks and door kicks. So here are the top 10 most paused Cobra Kai moments. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10. Daniel kicks Johnny's door. We told you we have some good picks for this list. Starting it off, we have the time when Daniel LaRusso came to Johnny's apartment looking for his daughter. As if he weren't pissed enough, Johnny told him that he can't let him inside. His eyes were red with anger, and just as Johnny tried closing his apartment door, Daniel kicked the living daylights out of it, hitting him in the face with it. And this is where we pause. We wanted to see that mean kick again and again, while seeing how Ralph Macchio pulled off that crazy stunt in one go. Even though there was one mean fight scene right after that, we just know that Daniel's kicks are nothing to be messed with. After all, that kick did win him the tournament back in 1984, so you just know a door is not going to be stopping him. Number 9. Hawks walks through the door.
Welcome to Cobra Kai.
Unlike the previous scene, this one didn't involve violence, at least not physical one. When Eli Moskowitz joined the Cobra Kai dojo, hoping to get a little tougher and get revenge on the people that made fun of him for his lip scar, the coach surprised him a little. You see, when Johnny noticed the scar on his face, he immediately smashed that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, what he actually did was he called him out on it and made fun of him. The verbal abuse was too much for Eli. He quickly ran out from the dojo crying, and we thought that would be the last we ever see of him. But little did we know, he was back, and he was better than ever. He took the coach's suggestion, and he took them to the very limits. To get attention away from his lip, he had a giant blue mohawk, and then got a giant eagle tattoo on his back. Needless to say, we immediately paused the scene as soon as we saw Eli walk through the door with that mohawk. Number 8. No smoking inside.
Not everything.
While everyone thought that Kreese was long gone, he surprised us in Cobra Kai when he appeared once again in the dojo. But he didn't know that his student was the same Johnny he once knew. Even though he congratulated him that his student won the tournament, his condescending tone made Johnny furious. That's when that hot temper Kreese talked about resurfaced. Johnny followed his own advice. He struck first. He struck hard. But Kreese was the one that showed no mercy. You see, he has taught Johnny most of the karate moves he knew, so he anticipated the punch and immediately threw Johnny halfway across the floor. And this is when it happened. Before getting up, he kicked that cigar right out of his mouth and straight into the trash can. We immediately paused the video, rewinding immediately after, and pausing Johnny kicking that smug look off his face. The cigar was just a bonus. Some serious hits were exchanged, and Johnny almost killed his old mentor. But he showed that he can control his anger when he let him get away. Number 7. Daniel visits Mr. Miyagi.
Hey, Mr. Miyagi.
We weren't the only ones crying when we first watched this scene. Many of the fans couldn't stop the tears rolling down their face when they saw Daniel LaRusso come and visit the tombstone of his old karate teacher, Mr. Miyagi. And since we couldn't stop crying, we were hoping to see Ralph Macchio actually tear up in this scene. Every time the camera showed his face, we paused the episode to see if his eyes filled with tears. But we didn't see it. Although Daniel was sad in this scene, we didn't get to see the waterworks. But we still filmed a little secret. In an interview, Macchio said that after his scene, he locked himself inside his trailer and wouldn't come out for days. He remembered all the good times he spent with Pat Morita on the set of The Karate Kid, and this scene brought up all of these emotions back. So he just felt overwhelmed. This just shows you how important this scene was for the show. Number 6. The drink kick. Now this scene was just plain cool. Even though this was not your everyday karate fight, it still made it to our list. You see, one of the rival car dealerships made a commercial where they trashed LaRusso's dealership. He came in to talk to them. He never intended for things to escalate like they did. LaRusso was just as calm as ever, and he walked in while the owner was talking to a client. As Daniel started telling them to stop telling lies about his dealership and informed their client to watch out for their hidden fees and charges, the guy got mad. He started making fun of LaRusso, and again, we wanted to see that smug look off his face. You see, this guy forgot that Daniel was a karate champion, so knocking his boba drink out of his hand and splashing it on the car, this was a kick we relished, and we wanted to see how Ralph pulled it off. So, guess what? We did. And number 5, I got this.
Make order right away! It's okay, sir. I got this.
One of the most intense fight scenes of Cobra Kai was the last one in Season 2. This one was when the entire school started a massive fight and everyone was fighting everyone. The teachers ran away scared, but one of them was fearless in the face of danger. When he said, "I got this," we didn't know what the hell he planned on doing. And believe us, seeing a plus-sized man karate chop his way through the kids was pretty darn cool. He was kicking, punching, and butt-slapping people left and right. And you better believe we paused every single one of those kicks, punches, and that looker lunge he did, or well, whatever that was. This scene was just pure comedic gold. Number 4, the crane kick revisited. In 1984, Ralph performed one of the most iconic moves in all of movie history. They called it the crane kick, and it was a move that doesn't even exist in karate. But it looked cool, and it helped Daniel win the tournament, so fans just loved it. It would have been a bummer if Cobra Kai didn't reintroduce this kick back into the show. But they also introduced a small twist to this. In the fight between Miguel and Robby, we thought that Miguel is surely going to lose this fight. But Johnny had a little secret he shared with Miguel. You see, the same kick that Daniel used to defeat him in 1984, he taught Miguel. He taught Miguel this kick, and it proved to be the determining blow in the scene. It actually made Miguel the winner, but since it went by so fast, we wanted to see it up close, so we paused. And we have to say, this was just as good as Daniel's. Number 3, the mall spin kick. The fight scene at the mall was one of the 3 coolest fight scenes on the show. Since Halt was bullying one of his former friends, Samantha and Robby immediately intervened and saved him. But how she intervened was the important thing. She entered the fight with an absolute epic spin kick. Since this scene lasted only a fraction of a second, we wanted to see it up close, and we wanted to know how she managed to pull off this stunt. So we paused the scene, we looked at it, and thought it was even cooler when we saw her using one of the guys as a lever to kick someone else in the face. Robby was right. Hulk couldn't even get a chance to punch her. Number 2, no mercy fight.
We saw a movie, and that's it.
You see, Kyler is one of those bullies that you just can't stand. And when Samantha had enough of him, she went over to his table and confronted him about the lies he's been spreading. When he wouldn't stop, Miguel's blood began curdling in his veins. He walked over, asked him to apologize, and when he refused to do so, Miguel showed him some of his new Cobra Kai moves. Kyler called it lame karate, but we savored and paused every time Miguel kicked him in the face with his quote-unquote lame karate. Number 1, Miguels Fall. In all of the 20 episodes of Cobra Kai, this scene was the most insane, intense, and most dangerous. Especially on top of the stairs where Robby and Miguel were fighting. You remember this scene, right? What about that final kick? There wasn't a man living that watched this scene and didn't pause it to the moment Miguel fell down the stairs and critically injured his spine on the metal handrail. And that's precisely why we included it as our number 1 pick. We still can't forget it. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, which of these Cobra Kai moments did you actually pause? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.